Hi, this is Susan Damiani, and I'm Director of Gift Planning at St. John's University. And I have the pleasure of being with Jennifer Daniel from Brooklyn, New York. Hi, Jen. Jen is a graduate. I know you're not going to believe this. She graduated in 2007 with a major in risk management and insurance from the Tobin School of Business. So, hi, Jen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's great to see you. Jen and I have never met in person, unfortunately, due to the pandemic. And we met as I was planning the Women's Weekend that was going to take place last March. And because of the pandemic, we have to postpone it. Happily, we will have it in March. We don't know if it'll be virtual or in person. But I'm so glad that the Women's Weekend kind of brought us together because Jen's story, which I want her to share with all of you, is quite amazing. And I'm very inspired by her, and I love talking to her because she really gets me all pumped up, fired up, wanting to go and do something good in the world. And please share your story with everyone that's listening today, specifically about the nonprofit that you started called Princess Chambers.
Thank you, Susan. It's been a pleasure meeting you as well. I started an organization called Princess Chambers simultaneously while working full time as an insurance broker. And something about St. John's that as a student, you leave wanting to give back. You want to embrace that ascension mission. When you're involved, I was a student ambassador, I was a resident assistant, I was in the Voice of the Victory Gospel Choir, and I got to take place on a Panama plunge through campus ministry. So when you have all of those experiences, you know you want to do deeper work that'll impact the community. So I started an organization called Princess Chambers. It started out in 2009 as just a way to give back and provide free prom dresses for girls in need. Since then, we've evolved our mission to also include a scholarship program as well as mentoring. But our ultimate goal is using the dress for the girls for prom to really build their self-esteem and empower them, because girls are not told that they're beautiful. They're not equipped to be career women anymore, and especially when they come from underserved communities that lack resources. Our goal is to just help them identify that princess within so that they can grow into the queens that they're meant to be.
That's fantastic. And I can't believe 2 years after graduation, you accomplished so much in such a little time, short time. And it's really nice to see that St. John's was the influencer that kind of inspired you, right? To think about putting this Princess Chambers organization together, which is really great to see. But I can't believe all the jobs that you had at St. John's. So you were saying when we were talking earlier that the residents being an RA was really the one that really inspired you to think about getting involved in nonprofit work.
Yeah, so I will say community development has always been something instilled, but specifically working with girls, I would say began my senior year of undergrad, having an opportunity to be a resident assistant where you're responsible for the livelihood and well-being of girls straight from high school. You get a chance to see a lot of the challenges, some of their insecurities, some of the things they may not even know, but
Mm.
then also being just a support for them. Um, I was a big sister, and as much as I was a resident assistant, I was also a big sister, and keeping my door open to just hearing about heartbreak, or even like not doing well in classes, or dealing with friendship issues, and some of the things that just you're not taught is conflict resolution. So having that experience made me realize, you know what, this was, I feel like, the beginning groundwork that was started with this passion. And then as I got a chance to utilize outlets to do community service work while I was an insurance broker, just being in that space with working with high school girls, I realized that there's this consistency, whether it's support, whether it's just them having a mentorship, or just even having somebody to talk to. And when you think about college and students being first generation, they may not be able to go to an older sibling. They may not be able to go to a parent for that support. So being able to be in that space, I know that that was a divine experience that led to a bigger calling.
That's great. You know, there's so many pressures now for young women, and I think your nonprofit really addresses all of them and meets the needs. How many people are helping you in this initiative?
So we are completely volunteer based, and for our prom initiative, we've seen 30 to 50 volunteers. We've
Okay.
For our mentorship program that we're going to be relaunching, we had in our pilot program we had 10 mentors, and so even with our scholarship, we do a garden party. So one of the things that
Hmm.
we like to do is have create an intimate space for that recipient of the scholarship to have. We bring in some of the girls, but we also bring in the volunteers. So the volunteers could empower them and encourage them, give them words of wisdom before they go on to college. Yeah.
Wonderful. That's really terrific. How does someone get involved with your organization? Is there some limitations now with the pandemic?
Yeah, so as you know, COVID has has
Mm,
stretched all of us and had us thinking about, okay, so what's next? What is Princess Chambers going to look like day post COVID, especially since proms are not here. And one of the things that, with the virtual learning space and then, transitioning from high school to college on in a virtual world, in a pandemic world, what does that look like? So we'll be relaunching our mentoring program. And if there's people that are interested in being mentors, they can reach out to me. They can email me, jdaniel@princesschambersinc.org. But yeah, so that's something that we're going to be looking for is mentors and volunteers to move the work forward.
terrific. And the reason why I'm talking to Jen today is because this coming Sunday, November 15th, it's National Philanthropy Day. So we're going to have a special, I guess you could say, special power hour on women in philanthropy. And Jen is one of the panelists for this discussion. And we have many other women that are joining her to talk about how they were inspired and started their nonprofit, but also what we were talking about earlier as we were doing our test run is how women are helping other women and how women are helping underserved communities, right? I mean, that's why we want you to come and join us for this discussion. I think it will be totally inspired, but also we really want to start up our alumni network again. And I think this day could be the start of it. Wouldn't you say, Jen?
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's so important as a St. John's family. Uh, you know, right now we see it in the news. There's so much about women empowerment, and we can do it at a grassroots level right here at St. John's. And you see it just with Jen. She's inspiring me. She's doing great work out there, and she's inspiring future generations. So please join us this Sunday, November 15th at 1 o'clock. We will be sending out information on social media, email, and through our electronic newsletter. And please join us, join me and Jen and your fellow alumni for a really great discussion on a Sunday afternoon. Well, thanks,
Thank
Jen.
you.
Thanks for being part of our hello from Brooklyn, New York.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Thanks so much. Take care. Bye bye.